to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters, those are joining from different countries, different parts, different continents, different time zone, different conditions, wherever you are. We extend you a very warm welcome this afternoon, this morning, this evening. So, green morning, green afternoon, and green evening. It's a pleasure to have all of you on this particular webinar. And today is 567th webinar dedicated to तीन शब्दों पर संसार टिका है, मेकिंग एजुकेशन रेलिवेंट. आप कहेंगे संसार कैसे टिका है तीन शब्दों पर? यस, बिकॉज एजुकेशन is the foundation, it is the basic plate onto which you have got everybody, whether political people or bureaucrat or teachers or doctors or nurses or engineers, or for that matter, anybody. So the base plate is education. If you make your education relevant, anything and everything is possible on this planet. Teachers and youth empowerment is most important for us. Heartiest congratulations. New education policy has come in India on 29th of July. It's a wonderful policy. It's a pragmatic policy. It's a futuristic policy. It's a very innovative policy. It's a very, very creative policy. All depends on how, when, which way it gets implemented. That is very important. Now, we all faced a lot of challenges during the pandemic, during COVID-19, and slowly and gradually the world is moving to normal and new normal, that also we can call it. And what are the lessons learned from the challenges that we faced in the education ecosystem during this pandemic? That's what we are going to share this afternoon with all of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Meenakshi Narula. I hand you over to Dr. Meenakshi ma'am, and then Shalini ma'am, and then Poonam ma'am, and चौथी मैम अगर वापस लौट आती हैं तो अब लौट चलें. चलिए आगे अब स्टार्ट करते हैं, and we take on the journey right from here. सबसे important चीज है education में, be happy, laughter. Education should be fun. Education should be happiness. Education should not be punishment. Education should not be completing syllabi, curriculum, pressures. इंस्पेक्शन टीम आ रही है, काजू तैयार करो, बादाम तैयार करो, कल ही वो लोग विजिट कर रहे हैं, कौन से कमरे में जाएंगे, एक कमरे में सारी टूटी कुर्सियां दबा दो, कोई जरूरत नहीं है, चेंज कर दो सब कुछ, अब बदल डालो, समाज को बदल डालो. That is the way we have to go, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I extend a very warm welcome to our principals, and we start this evening. And these are my three little sisters, and they're going to start the program now. And I extend them a very warm welcome, and let's go ahead. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Gulshan. And we just try our level best to go by each and every word that you have just shared with all of us. And I would like to introduce myself, but before that, I would like to share one thing. We are what our thoughts make us. Our thoughts actually reflect our personality, and we become like that. And these are the words by Swami Vivekanand ji. Is his birthday today, and everywhere in each school, online, all the celebrations are being done. National Youth Festival and all, everything is being done. So many activities, quizzes and all, the students are doing each and everything. So when we are talking about thoughts, what comes to into our mind is all about naturally values. What all values we just adopt and adapt to from our surroundings, from our family, from our society, from our friends, from our peer group. That's what we become. So this is the biggest learning, I would like to say, the challenges that we have faced throughout last year, 2020, during this pandemic. What we have learned from this pandemic, I would like to say just in one word, would like to sum up: adaptation. We have learned to adapt. So just overnight, there were so many changes. We become resilient. So this is what, whether it's education, whether it's family, whether it's society, everything, you see, we adapted to. We learned to live simply. We realized, like, if Even we can spend our life with a few pairs of clothes, maybe some kind of some little bit of something to eat. Just we realize living is important, and for our survival we do not need so many lavish things and all. So we just, this is what they are, the basic learnings from this pandemic, and how we adapted to all these things in our school and everywhere. And certainly, because I am a firm believer, like destiny is not a matter of chance, it is a matter of choice. It is not the thing to be waited for, but the thing to be achieved. And we all have achieved. We are still struggling for it. Life is a struggle, certainly. That's why we say like change is the only constant. Let's keep on changing ourselves. Let's keep on adopting and adapting to the new strategies in each and every field, be it home, be it society, be it school, everywhere, be it our relations also. With the passage of time, we need to make some changes in our relations as well. It's not like that we will be changing as a human being. It's like certainly we need to, because if we're talking about today's generation, they need something else. When we were young, our parents were dealing with us in a different manner. Nowadays, our children's expectations, they are different. So how we dealt with this pandemic, just quickly, I've got a limited time, as Sarah has already allotted 6-7 minutes to each of us. Would quickly like to share with you all. So here, as I guess you will be able to see my screen. So here, I always believe, aspire to inspire. So I believe, like, what if I'm doing something, I'm trying to inspire somebody, first of all, there should be in my mind, like, I shall aspire to inspire. So if I wanted to do something in my life, I want to do, or maybe earlier I wanted to do, certainly I would like to do in future as well. With the help of all resources I have, all of my connections, I would be able to do. But when is a challenge? The challenge is when you have to lead your team, when you have to inspire others to do that needful. So here comes our challenge. So I would just like to introduce, here is my school, our learning abode, Shamford Futuristic K-12 School, Aurelia. And here is my team. So would like to introduce all my teachers with you. This is my team, our torch bearers. We together just got this work done, got this challenge accepted, turned this challenge into learning opportunities. I would like to say most of them from this, that you can see on the screen, they were not using this technology earlier. You can, all this who are visible on the screen, just 1 or 2 were there who were able to use the computers, being computer teachers. None of us even expected like we have to even someday we would be teaching through technology, but they all came forward. And I am, while being here in Gurugram, miles apart, have taught my teachers, enabled them, empowered them, being in Aurelia, how to use technology. So they all were able to use the technology, and we made this teaching learning process feasible. Now, I'm talking about why technology. Yes, I do say there are a number of reasons. Technology, naturally, it is indeed the need of the hour. Okay, and when we are talking about digital India, we need to teach through technology. When we are talking about sustainable development goals, saving our and other resources and going to achieve this target by 2030, we need to start now, this moment. And as you can see, NEP 23.5, that chapter also talks about technology integration in education. And with proud, I would like to say we have started implementing NEP in our school. So here, as you can see, there are different portals that are being available for all of us. Diksha portal, eGranthalaya, Swayam, CBSE, NERT manuals, all different learning management systems. We started using all these different learning apps, digital tools, open-ended resource. There are open educational resources available. My teachers are using 30 plus, more than 30 open educational resources along with learning management system. So we are having best practices while I'm sharing with you daily online sessions with the teachers that we were not doing maybe earlier in our regular classes. That is actually the need of the hour. That is the learning from this pandemic, that we have to stay connected. Now, for that, we have provided desktops to our teachers because we could not force them to buy the desktop from outside. We could not force them to go for buying laptop and all. No, it becomes very difficult for anybody during this pandemic, when our family becomes a priority, when we look forward to savings and all. Okay, because anytime we may need some money for anything. So, and we also focused on reaching the unreached. What we did is we had flexible timings in our school, taking considering of the siblings. We are having like different flexible timetables as per the age groups, so that each and every child can attend to the classes. Being in the remote area, there are some students who are unable to get the smartphones, who are unable to get the internet facilities. For them, we are providing printed worksheets as well, and the teachers, they are guiding them through the telephone calls. They are able to connect during the evenings. 1 hour dedicated is being spent by all the teachers. Now we are focusing on art integrated learning as well. So as you can see on the screen, there are different sessions that we are organizing. This is the learning from this pandemic, as well as would like to say as initiated by NEP, National Education Policy. For art integration, we are doing various sessions: music as a teaching tool, drama as a teaching technique, tips and tricks for CBSE boards. As here on the left hand side down bottom, you will be able to see they are my SDG ambassadors. In my school, I have made 17 SDG ambassadors, or you may say the goalkeepers for 17 SDG goals. So they are helping me in achieving the goal. Now here, each and every day has been celebrated as it is being initiated by CBSE, whether it's Hindi Divas. Recently also, you see, we have celebrated the International Hindi Divas. We celebrated this Hindi Divas and National Nutrition Week, Literati, Literati and Bite by Bite, the Nutrition Week. Virtual Sports Day was conducted. Inquiry-based learning is being facilitated in our school. As you can see, life skills for success in 21st century. That is exactly the need of the hour. What this pandemic taught us, what we learned from this pandemic. Number one, adaptation. We learned about equality, that we all are equal. We all are equal. Like COVID is not, you say, different for different persons. As if we are talking about maybe as per wealth, no. As per the religion, caste, no. We all are equal. We learned humanity. We learned, you see, there are so many organizations, so many people, they came forward to help others. Everywhere you could have seen, like so many organizations, they were coming up to lend a helping hand to others, to help during this pandemic. So during this pandemic, we have even taken care of the students' need. We have started multiple intelligence-based scholastic activity clubs, 8 scholastic activity clubs. They were started based on the multiple intelligence skills in our school. Surtal, Tech Wizards, Shem, this is Mock United Nations, Musketeers, Sci-Fi Musketeers, Delicious Delicacies, Communicators, Inquisitive Minds, Artistic Hues, so that the children, they can participate as per their hobbies. They can participate in different activities. As I was just discussing in the initially talking about the CBSE affiliation, and we got the virtual affiliation done during this pandemic. This was a great exposure, something new for all of us, but we got the CBSE 12th class affiliation done. So we did this fitness fest was celebrated, Mile to Smile, so that each and every child can take care of the fitness as well. We celebrated Grandparents' Day. Connection with our senior citizen, that is very important. Taking their blessings to move ahead is really very important. So we could celebrate this, and we could connect with the maternal as well as the paternal grandparents that could not have been feasible during physical classes. Maternal grandparents, they could not come from far away places, but we could do it. So our children took to various platforms. As you can see, they are sharing on Flipgrid their ideas and all. Those are the glimpses of Grandparents' Day celebration. Now here it is, we started SDG Fest in our school on the occasion of SDG Day. Now here, The last slide that I am presenting over here, parents as the partners in the process of education. Obviously, they have been a great support for all of us during this pandemic. Assessments, fair assessments, honest assessment, I would like to say, no, would not have been feasible without their support. They were there as, you see, strong pillars for us to make this learning process feasible, this assessment feasible during this pandemic. And we are really very happy. We are really very thankful for this. So thank you, all of you. Thank you, sir, for this wonderful platform. And would like to end my presentation with just one quotation that I would like to say. Like, children, when they come to us like packets of seeds, and we do not know about their potential. What do they look like? What do they act like? But our job is like the gardener, to nourish them, to care for them. When a gardener plants something now, and the gardener knows like how much manure is required, how much water or anything is required. So without taking care of, without distinguishing, he just gives the best to each and every plant. This is what we are trying to do, and we will be keep on doing this process, following this throughout our lifetime. Thank you, Dr. Gulshan. Now I hand over to Shalini ma'am to
आज सब सरहदें क्रॉस कर दी. This channel closes at 4 o'clock and thereafter I go to Central Asia. But today I do not know emotionally what has happened. I thought 4 sisters of mine have come, so I must talk to them a little longer, and I close this session in next 9 minutes because I got to give them a minute or two each so that they can say their say. Okay, now my question is, Meenakshi ma'am, you will talk about your music part.
Yeah.
शालिनी मैम ने मुझे सजेशन देना है कि हमने सब कुछ ट्राई कर लिया, तो कुछ ऐसा क्या ट्राई करें कि जिससे आगे एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिकल वे में एजुकेशन को एम्पावर करें. फिर मैं पूनम मैम के पास आऊंगा कि पूनम मैम एक बात बताइए कि अभी बच्चों की पॉकेट मनी भी खत्म हो रही है, माता पिता के भी चैलेंजेस हैं, बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, डिफिकल्टीज हैं. हम शहरों के हिसाब से ना देखें, हम गांव के हिसाब से और इंटीरियर्स के हिसाब से देखें कि उन बच्चों को भी पॉकेट मनी चाहिए, उनके माता पिता के पास भी शायद एक ही डिवाइस होगा. उन सारी चीजों का मैं लेकर चलता हूं. मैंने कोशिश की कि मैं सोशल मीडिया से, इस प्लेटफॉर्म से बच्चों को कुछ दे पाऊं. बच्चे तब भी कुछ नहीं सीखना चाहते. अब आ गया मैं इंदिरा मैम के पास. सबसे मुश्किल सवाल, सवाई माधोपुर एंड सवाई मानसिंह, राजा मानसिंह के पास जंतर मंतर और पिंक सिटी में घुस गया मैं. इंदिरा मैम, अब मैं आपका सवाल भी बड़ा मुश्किल होगा, इसका जवाब आपको देना होगा. आजकल बच्चे एक्चुअल हार्डवर्क नहीं करना चाहते, वो मेहनत नहीं करना चाहते, वो इंस्टेंट ग्रेटिफिकेशन चाहते हैं, वो इंस्टेंट रिवॉर्ड देना चाहते हैं. शालिनी मैम अपने बच्चे को ये कहेंगी कि तुम मार्केट से ये लेके आ जाओ, वो कहेगा मम्मा आपको ये चाहिए ना, ये मैं आपको यहीं बैठे बैठे अभी मैं मंगवा देता हूं अमेज़न से, आप मेरे को मार्केट क्यों भेजना चाहती हैं. माय ग्रैंडचाइल्ड who is who is in 3rd standard and who is going to one of the convent schools, and he asked me, he says, नानू ये मुझे एक बात बताओ, क्वेश्चन बड़ा मुश्किल है और बड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, बड़ा इम्पोलाइट है, लेकिन मुझे पूछना पड़ेगा, मैं क्रूड लैंग्वेज यूज नहीं करूंगा तो नहीं समझ आएगा. उसका सवाल था, नानू मुझे एक बात समझ नहीं आती है, पॉटी करने क्यों जाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि मेरे को उसके लिए वॉक करके टॉयलेट तक जाना पड़ता है. Can there be a system that I need not to go for the potty to the toilet? If that is the thought process of the 3rd standard child, where the world is going, और बच्चों को गैजेट दे दो, उनके हाथ में मोबाइल फोन दे दो, ना वो खाना मांगेंगे, ना वो रोएंगे, ना आपको तकलीफ देंगे, ना घर में महसूस होगा कि कोई छोटा प्राणी है कि नहीं है. Where the world is going, these are the 4 difficult challenges and different challenges. Let's start with Meenakshi ma'am.
Yeah, sir, very well said. And even I would I do not have any words to say. It was a great learning for even all of us, I must say, on this today's platform. Well said, the co-learners. we are indeed the co-learners. We are devising the new strategies as per the requirement of the students. As and when, like, we see, uh, obviously, if I'm talking about when we were young, when we were in schools, we were not aware about this multiple intelligences and all. Nobody learned about it. Nobody was bothering about it. Nowadays, when we are talking about multiple intelligences, every child has a different concept to adapt and adopt to learn by that method. As I'm talking about music as a learning tool, I would like to say the more senses we involve in teaching learning process, be it a teacher or maybe we say co-learner, okay, and the students, okay, the more senses we involve, the better the learning process is. Now, during our childhood, we started with A, B, C, D, singing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Still we remember. Whether two ones are two, two twos are four, maybe Punjabi mein the children say do duni char, do tiye chhe. They just sing it and they remember it forever. So we just devised new methodologies of teaching. We just integrated music into our curriculum so that the students, number one, we can engage them, we can enhance collaboration, all the 21st century skills. We can talk about communication, obviously when they will become vocal, when will be speaking. It's not about how melodious they are, it's about their engagement, it's about collaboration, it's about understanding and involving them. So just I would like to say, just listen to it. It will just won't take much time. I haven't learned the water cycle in this manner. Had I been given the opportunity to learn this manner, maybe I would have retained for a longer period of time. This is what my teachers, my team, we are even asking our students to make their own songs. When we are talking about various learning techniques, they are devising their own mnemonics. They are making their own concept maps. They are creating their own drama and all, art integration, what not. So this is our, you see, a humble effort to make the students engage in this learning process. And this, obviously, I would like to say, facilitate the learning process, being not being a teacher as a sage on the stage, but obviously a guide on the side. And now onwards, I promise I would be using the new term teachers as a co-learners. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Meenakshi ma'am, I will make a request to you. Today is 12th of January, Swami Vivekananda's birthday. We give you 30 days. We give you 30 days. We'll have a special program for your school. We will invite you. We will give you the audience. We'll give you the global audience. आप म्यूजिक के थ्रू एजुकेशन को कैसे एम्पावर किया जा सकता है, इसके ऊपर 1 घंटे का अपना प्रोग्राम बनाकर लेकर आइए.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
How music can empower the education ecosystem. आज से 1 महीने के बाद आप आइए. We will give you the global audience. आज 12 तारीख है और 12 फरवरी को, ठीक है, आप इसका प्लान कीजिए. 1 month के बाद we'll hold a special program with you